Hi, I'm Will Taylor and I'm from the Libertarian Party. Housing is a political hot potato at the moment. House prices and rents are too high. The housing market is said to be broken. There's a real supply and demand problem. There are just too few homes available for everyone who wants one. And it's a bit more complicated than that. We've got affordability, stagnant wages, monetary policy, interest rates. All these things add to a very, very complex issue. We at the Libertarian Party, we're different to most other political parties because we ask a very simple question. Can we fix this problem, or can we at least alleviate this problem by giving people more freedom? Because if we can make things better by giving people more freedom, don't we have a moral duty to give that a try? Well, let's get to the point. Here's the Libertarian Party's 10-point plan to introduce more freedom to the housing market. Number 1, let's reduce the planning restrictions on landowners and developers. Let's let people build on their own land, even if that means the Greenbelt. We need to choose between fields and homes, and the Libertarian Party chooses homes. 2, let's end the Help to Buy subsidy. It's a well-intentioned subsidy, but it's quite perverse. It's increased demand for housing. It's pushed house prices higher. It's made homes less affordable. 3, let's axe the dreaded tenant tax. This awful change in the buy-to-let tax rules, which has already been tried before. It's been tried in Ireland, and it was such a catastrophe over there, they're now phasing the changes back out again. It led to two things. It led to landlords either having to put up the rents or to sell the properties. And both of those things led to an increase in evictions and homelessness. 4, we oppose landlord licensing schemes. Now, yes, there are dodgy landlords out there, rogue landlords, and yes, they do need to be dealt with. But you don't deal with that by imposing a blanket license on everyone. There's already existing legislation to deal with rogue landlords, but councils don't always use it properly. If you impose a charge of hundreds of pounds on every single landlord for every property they own, they'll only try to pass that charge onto the tenants, either in higher rents or less maintenance. 5, let's cancel the proposed ban on letting agent fees. Again, if you ban letting agents from charging fees, they'll just try to pass the costs on to someone else. First of all, the landlord, and then the landlord will try and pass it on to the tenant. Again, higher rents, less maintenance, and so on. 6, let's give tax breaks to people who renovate derelict homes and put them back onto the market. They shouldn't be punished. They're an asset to their community. They're bringing an old home back to life. They deserve a medal. And while we're at it, why don't we give tax breaks to the people and the companies who build new homes as well? 7, capital gains tax. Let's bring the capital gains tax on second property sales back into line with the capital gains tax on other asset gains, i.e. 10% or 20%. We need to incentivize people to sell homes they don't need or want, not keep them to themselves. 8, abolish stamp duty. All of it. 9, let's create a housing mediation tribunal that would give tenants access to a tribunal with full legal powers, so they could address rogue landlords and dodgy letting agents and issues with fees, deal with that more quickly, more easily. What about landlords? If they could have access to a faster and cheaper evictions process, they might have more confidence letting properties to people they might normally avoid, such as people on benefits. 10, well, 10 is, let's just think out of the box here. Why can't we reduce the VAT on all building materials down to 0? Well, the European Union probably wouldn't let us do that. And, well, that's just another reason to leave the EU. So anyway, these simple changes, they're not a magic bullet, but they are a step in the right direction. Let's try to solve problems by giving individual people more freedom. Please tell us what you think. Can you think of any other way to help solve this problem with more freedom? Because if you can, you might be a libertarian, and we'd love to hear from you. So please get in touch with us through our website or our Facebook page and let us know your ideas. My name is Will Taylor from the Libertarian Party. Thank you very much for watching this far.